Happy belated Christmas to everybody. Sorry I've been MIA, and I'm sorry I've been such a Debbie Downs pretty much every time I've come on here. Had a decent holiday. I turned my phone off. Well, I set it on a do not disturb that nobody could get through. Except my dad, of course, my siblings, my husband. I'm not avoiding you guys, but seems like I'm gonna have to put down Rocko. I don't know. The next few days. Depends on how he does. But I don't want him suffering. He took a real... I'm trying not to get emotional. I've been crying like a little child for the last week, so I'm out of tears right now. I'm trying not to read the comments because then I'll start crying. So I'm trying to be strong because for him. But I know you guys have been wishing me Merry Christmas. I'm sure I haven't even checked my texts or missed calls. I've literally been avoiding the phone. I have new rituals that I was planning for you guys for the new year, which I'm still doing because I haven't done a ritual for you guys since the Lionsgate, which, by the way, I posted a screenshot of it with the date. You could see on my stories on Instagram. I'm going to try to upload it again. Still behind on readings. It's been a lot with back and forth to the vets and finding a vet that'll take him because these cunt bag vets purposely put shit in the file that is irrelevant to his medical records. I think I told you guys about that. Like me using profanity with my husband when I thought I was on fucking hold. And the fact that I was in the parking lot, quote, for 3 hours, which it wasn't no fucking 3 hours. It was like an hour. And I supposedly told them I was watching a podcast. Like, I have 3 hours to fucking sit in a parking lot and watch a podcast. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Please, I'm not telling you this for donations. Thank you, Beauty and the Beard. I love you so much. It's great to see you, too. You look... Glad you took some time away. Thank you for understanding. I had to put my Fifi down Friday, babe. I wanted to text you, but I've been so heartbroken. I understand your pain. It's the worst, man. It's like, honestly, when I started bawling, like, I was literally, because me and Justin were discussing it, and I was like, I don't cry like a baby usually, like a child, like a literal child. Like, I usually tear up and try to hold it in, and I'll do the quivering thing. But this was like a child. Like, you know how a child cries, like like that. And Justin said, he goes, I guess it's true. Some people care more about dogs than humans. And I was like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Because he was there when my mom died. He was there when a lot of family members died. And I cried. Of course, like, I was, first of all, numb when my mom passed. Like, I was in shock, and I was a child, basically. I was 23, about to turn 24. Or no, wait, I was 24, about to turn 25. I was still young, and I was numbing myself with Xanax that my aunt was passing around in like a candy dish for the family. So, but so I wanted to spend this holiday with him and my dad and my brother. And the last few days, it's like nothing works. You don't understand what I've had to do to get him the comfort meds that he's needed. And I won't even get into that. I did what I had to do. That's all I'll say. Because these doctors are fucking assholes. And these cunts, excuse my French, fuck that. Fuck French. I mean, not French people, but fuck my cursing. They put shit in my file purposely so that these other vets in the area, like this town's like a little cult. It's like a little cult. Like everybody knows everybody for like generations, and I'm not used to that shit. I'm used to growing up in Florida in a town that was built in like the 80s, you know, and that advertised all their shit in New York and all the northeastern states. So everybody, like right now, like people my age, their kids go to school together, and some of my friends are grandmothers and their kids, I'm sure, will go to school together. But these people, they're like great grandparents went to school together and shit. It's fucking weird. I mean, it's cool but weird. So if you're like an outsider and you get on bad terms, you defend yourself or advocate for yourself, it's like they know everybody else to turn them on you and to make it harder for you, which I still got what I needed to get and did what I needed to do to make sure that he was in comfort and I had extra time. And if it wasn't for that, I would have had to put him down months ago. And I don't want to put him down. Like, I want nature to take its course, you know, but I don't want him to suffer. And the only reason you don't hear him hacking right now is because I've been able to sedate him. But what's that kind of life for him? That's selfish. Just keep him sedated. But he's hacked literally the last few days. It was like all day. I had nothing I gave him would help. And my jinn, the jinn اللي بحب الكلاب, Jinn Salim, he's helped me a lot. And I know he can't help me forever. And Hecate, Santa Muerte, I know they can't keep him alive forever. So I've turned off my phone because I just didn't want to talk to anybody, I'll be honest. Didn't want to deal with anybody. And not for nothing, I have people who started out as clients. And please, none of you, I don't want to get emails saying, if it's me, I'm sorry, because it's not you. I guarantee it's not you. And you're not, and the people are not in this live. I don't think they care enough. But never hear from them. And they literally got through the do not disturb by blowing up the phone. You know, because if this particular, I have a few do not disturb settings. One where I have a list of people that can get through, and it's not all family. And one that's just family, like dad, brother, sister, husband, mother-in-law. And the only way to get through to that one is to double call. The other one, you can't double, you can call 50 times and it won't go through unless you're on the list. And I only get calls when they have a fucking, not tragedy, but some kind of, what do we call it? Like issue. Like some kind of catastrophe. I don't hear from them ever. And then one of these people had the balls to unfriend me once because I went off because, you know, I have done everything for this person. I literally, when I don't like to mention shit that I do for people, but let's just put it this way. Something nobody would do. Okay? No need to just take care of yourself and take all the time you need. You're always helping everyone else and going above and beyond. You're so loved and everyone's so understanding. I love you. Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you, Habibi. And thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. You really didn't have to do that. Am I getting fucking trolls? I can't help it. Oh, I want to see who this person is so I can fuck. Oh, okay. Well, that person didn't deserve. He needs to go. So yeah, don't block that person. They're just being. Yeah, I know. I don't want to be selfish. You use me. She didn't need to be blocked. Some people, you know, are real weird about that. You will eat my ass. Wow. I'm not even going to. Like, can you trolls fuck off? My dog's dying. Like, have a little goddamn decency today. Anyway. God, these fucking trolls don't even have decency when your pet is dying. Like, fuck. Just get off my ass today. I don't feel like fucking cussing y'all out. Yeah, no eating ass, please. Thank you. Anyway. And it's like, I have some really good friends. Like, shout out, Bree. Don't be mad at me. All my friends. I'm not going to sit there and list you all, but you all know who you are. You actually care about how I'm doing. You actually ask. Not like, oh, I got this crisis and I haven't, called you in months, but I'm scared and I got this totally left field thing that has nothing to do with you, but, help me and I need you to fix it. And the same person unfriended me, unfollowed me from everything, but kept my fan pages and all my friends that she knew from there, but unfollowed me, and I had to figure it out like that she was upset with me, and I'm like, what the fuck, you unfollowed me? Like, I literally have done things for you, like, literally, fuck it, I don't care, I don't throw shit in people's faces, but this is just an example. Her cat was dying in the vet, and I just had a bad feeling that day, and I just happened to call her, and she happened to be in the emergency vet, and they would not do anything, and it was $4,000. And I sent her the money, no questions asked, and they wouldn't take it because it was Sunday, and it didn't clear to the next day because I sent it through Apple Pay. So guess what I did? I used my credit card and paid the other $4,000 on the credit card so they could take them right away. And she sent me back the $4,000 once it cleared right away. And the other $4,000, I basically made it so she didn't have to pay it back. That's the type of friend I was, this person. But me, like, even when I said, I'm going through, she had to call God knows how many times to get through. And when I was like, I've been having my own shit going on. Rocco's, I have to put him down any day now. And I'm going through it. I know people say, oh, it's just a dog. But I don't have kids. I didn't want kids. Not doing witchcraft, not with what I do, the hexes and curses. I don't need my kids paying for the shit that I've done. Okay? But these are my kids, and I love animals, and I love Rocko. They give you unconditional love, and he's been there for me through a lot. Through a lot. But anyway, so and like she didn't even have the decency to say I'm sorry to hear that. Nothing. She was so focused on her own shit. And even my neighbor, I was at my neighbor's house because she's like, you know, she's older than me, and she's like a big sister slash motherly. Like I forget she is old enough to be my mother, but she looks great. And she's like a motherly figure, you know. Out here, I don't really have anybody in this part of Connecticut. My family is 2 hours away, and at least. So I'm sitting there talking to her, and she blows up my phone to get through. And I knew when I saw her name on the thing, and I'm like, I know she's not calling to say hi. Let me say thank you to these super chats. I seen them. Thank you, Trevor, Habibi, love you. Your support has been invaluable to me. You give me strength to persevere. You brought light and hope. You're going to make me cry, Trevor. During my darkest moments, I'll always be grateful for the impact you've had on my life. I love you so much, Habibi. You guys have made an impact on my life, too. Thank you. Please take time for yourself. We'll be here sending Rocko love and strength. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat, too. Hello, my beautiful queen. I'm so happy I caught you live. Thank you, Habibti. Thank you for you guys. You don't have to do that. I love you. Sending you all my love and support. Love you. Thank you so much. And thank you again, all, for your super chats. You guys are so generous, and that's not why I'm here. I just wanted to explain for anybody that has my number and who's been texting me Merry Christmas, and I haven't responded, and I haven't posted anything. Please don't think I'm being rude and that I don't love you guys, especially, you know, the clients too that I've known for years and have become my friends. It is hard to have friendships with a lot of people. It's like, it's really hard. And then with everything else, you know, trying to run a business, you know, with my shop. I haven't even really, if you guys noticed this year, I haven't really posted a lot of products on my shop. Not like usual every year. You know, Rocco's been sick since this whole year. Like, so, you know, behind on the readings, constantly back and forth to the vets, getting kicked out of one vet, getting kicked out of the other, for basically because the office manager didn't like me because I didn't put up with her fucking attitude, and because they're assholes about giving him palliative care, and the other one because those cunts put shit in my chart that made me look like an asshole, and they treated me like an asshole from the second I walked in there, and then made a mistake on the prescription, and I pointed it out and they wouldn't fix it. And there's hardly any vets here that take patients, so it was just a mess with that. I mean, and I don't want anybody to think that if you throw something at me that this is because of you, because it's not. It's life. It's life. My dog's 15 years old. He should have been, honestly, according to the vets, he shouldn't have lived past 9 or 10. That they told me I had to take excellent care of him to get him to even make it past 9 or 10. They said they'd be surprised if he lived past 9 or 10. Okay, the first vet I had said that he didn't think he'd make it past 7 or 8 years old. The rest said about between 8 and 10, and he's 15. Okay, so don't think that if you threw anything at me, this has anything to do with it. This is life. I'm a witch. That doesn't mean I go through life with my head up my fucking ass and everything is just peaches and cream and sunshine, because it's not. It's Julian. Love you, Shane. I'm sorry. I lost a dog months ago and it's really tough. You'll always be my friend and I'm always here for you. I'm sorry to hear that, Julian. I love you more, Habibi, and thank you. It's so hard. It is so hard, and I feel, and I have, like, some of you, like, a lot of you, I've made such a bond with, and I feel like, I'm letting you down in the sense that, like, I'm not able to call and, like, chit-chat and just, like, be a friend, even in my friends I grew up with. And it makes me feel guilty. It makes me feel like a bad friend, you know? But I take care of a lot of people, like in my family, my clients. I try. So please don't ever think that I ever ignore you on purpose. I literally, because I have Gabby and everybody has my email. So business wise, that's taken care of. I have Justin for the orders, even though he's a little, he's not Johnny on the spot like Gabby, but keep in mind he's doing the orders and doing all the house stuff, taking care of the animals, the cars, the yard, the snow, anything that needs to be done, like he does it. So he's not as quick as Gabby. It might take a couple days for him to get back, but he always gets back. Or sometimes he'll check the email, do what you guys need to do, get your order, but he might forget to send, a response saying, hey, I took care of it. I told him he better next year. We're like rebranding, not rebranding, same brand, but we're kicking ass this year. I didn't slack. I had no choice. I had to, I got behind with the readings. People were keeping me extra long on the phone, like longer than any year I've ever fucking had. Like it seems like it got worse over the years. As I've got, I don't know. I don't know. It got worse with people just keeping me on the phone long, and I had to put my spouse first, and then Rocco got sick, and so when I'm not working, I was taking care of Rocco, and so I didn't have time to make new products and stuff like that. So it was just, next year is gonna be different. I didn't even get to do a pick a card. I didn't do a pick a card this whole fucking year. This whole year, I was focused on taking care of my family. And my dad's gonna retire, so I was preparing for that because my dad's getting older. So it's just life, and love you. Don't worry about us. Anyone bitching is unworthy and greedy. You deserve so much. You're not letting anyone down. Please take care of yourself, Rockalo. Thank you, Habibti. And sending you and your spirit so much love. I never forget you in my prayers. I love you guys. And I never forget you guys in my prayers. No pride in genocide. I like that, but grow a backbone. Bitch, I have plenty of backbone. Okay? It's called I have a fucking heart. And I actually give a fuck about people. You sit there and you have no pride in genocide about my people, okay? Or in Congo, maybe, Somalia, all all the other countries, Nigeria, all the other countries that have, no, Nigeria's not going through genocide, are they? Somalia, Congo, Syria, a lot of fucking countries. But fuck you. I have a backbone. It's just, I've known these people for years, some of them, and I grew a fucking friendship with them too. And on top of that, if not for these people, I wouldn't be where the fuck I am today. So fuck you. It's called having a heart, bitch. I have a heart and a backbone. So suck my fucking dick too. I have a dick too. How about that? And it's bigger than yours, bitch. And no, I don't have an actual dick. I have a fucking pretend dick. A theoretical dick. And it's bigger than yours, I bet. Fuck off. Grow a backbone. LOL. Grow a fucking brain, bitch. Blah, blah, blah. Then get the fuck... You're sitting there in my fucking live, you little bitch. Why are you listening? Bye. Carlito's essay. Funny, he's talking about blah, blah. I bet your essays are blah, blah, blah. You fucking bitch. Bye, Carlito's asshole. Anyway. You could purchase 2 of the rituals. That's why I have 3. A metaphorical dick. That's what I meant. Thank you, Boogeyman. A metaphorical dick. Not theoretical. Thank you. Appreciate that. Why am I so angry? I'm just stressed out, boo. I'm just stressed out. And people are rude. Calm down and electrocute my testicles. You're stupid. But, anyway. It's not growing a backbone. You must not, this business is not like anybody, it's not like anything else. It's a very personal thing. It's spiritual. It's not like selling fucking hot dogs or whatever. It's spiritual. You get on a personal level and a spiritual level to the point where, like, there's majority of my clients, I can feel when there's something going on with them, and they can attest to it. And I'll pick up the phone and call them, and sure hell enough, something's going on with them. And they'll even feel it with me. All jokes aside, ignore them. Thank you, Stevie. I'm trying, babe. It's a very, and I've been doing this for now. It'll be officially 8 years. Wait, 9 years. 9 years. So almost a decade. And some of these people, a lot of these people I've known. 90%, according to my website, 90% of my clients return. So I've known a lot of these people for literally almost a decade, and I've built, some of them are literally like family. They've come to visit me, and I haven't even talked to them. Like, I just shut out everybody, and the new year, New Year's Day, it's like I'm going to start a new start, and I don't know if Rocco's going to make it or if he's going to pass. I have a feeling it's going to be the first week of the new year. I don't know why. But I have a feeling it's going to be around the 5th, 6th, 7th. That's somewhere around there. Inshallah, he'll make it 2 more weeks so he could say goodbye to some people, like my dad and my brother. And love you, my angel. Purchase your 2026 VIP Crown of Success in the Beauty one. I'm wondering if I should also get the road opener. Love you, Queen. It's up to you, Habibti. I feel awkward telling you guys to buy something. Like, I haven't even, my fan page posted it. You guys are amazing. Like, I didn't even advertise it. My fan page posted it. She posted that they did, and you guys were on it like this. Like, I literally posted, it's like you guys are on. I'm like, how the hell did they know? And a lot of you will tell me, I check your shit every day, and I love you guys, and I'm so glad that my rituals help you and stuff. And I'm determined. Like, I know Rocko, even though he's a dog, he's smart as fuck. Like, he's smart as a whip. And I know he wants me to do well. He's so smart, and I know he cares. Animals are sentient beings, and I know that he he doesn't want me to. I haven't had to go through this since 2015 when I lost my chihuahuas. And it was different. I loved them so much, but it was different because of what he went through with me. Like, he went through with me from like, when I was, like, at my lowest. Well, I've been, my mom was a low point. It just sucks. It just fucking sucks. But anyway, so my point is, next year, I'm going to kick ass and take names. This year, I had to slow down because I had to take care of my family and myself mentally, because I can't do good spiritual work if I'm not mentally, you know. So I always made sure, like, if I was having a bad day, like if I do readings and I'm thinking about my problems are going to show up in the reading. So I won't touch anything unless I get myself in that mindset. Otherwise, it'll come out in the energy. So I have to, be strong for that. And I'm really good at compartmentalizing. As long as I have the space to do that. But if, I get anxiety, if I get a million messages on my phone, like, I'll avoid checking my text messages because it like, I don't know, it gives me, I can't explain it. That's why I know Gabby. I have an email, I have channels that you guys can, it's not like I'm just slacking on my business and not giving you any customer service. But my phone, nobody's even really supposed to have my phone number. But I've grown such, bond with you guys that I trusted you with it. And I know a lot of it's just Merry Christmas and all that. I know that, but even that, like, I feel bad. I'll literally spend the whole Christmas day or my birthday, I feel like I have to respond to everyone. And anyway, I'm just, like, going on and on. But I just wanted to tell you, the rituals are going to be fine. I wouldn't have posted them. That's why I haven't done one since August, because I was like, I'm not doing one until I'm ready. And even though I've been preparing for this day for months, I've been preparing for putting him down. Thank you, 21740 for the 4949. Just to say you're the best, and I hope you got, hope you got our annual Christmas card. Always thinking of you. Thank you, Habibti. Oh, and Liz, I know who this is. Love you. You know what? I don't think I did. I don't think I saw I hope you sent it to the right address. Because I have a new one. I'll have to check. I didn't get it, babe. I usually always get one. But anyway, if I didn't, I know I didn't because I didn't see it. pretty sure you have my address because I think you sent it to the last one. But thank you, Jamaican Audrey. And Jamaican Audrey, I didn't forget about you, babe. The way you still show up for us while you're going through your own obstacles shows how big your heart is, and I pray the love and peace you bring us returns to you 1,000-fold. I really, and you guys could believe me or not, and my fucking trolls, haters, the people that are obsessed with me, I don't know why. You see something in me that you wish you could be. I don't fucking know, but whatever it is, I never did shit to these people. But I really genuinely want the best for you guys and to have everything you always want. But anyway, so I just wanted to tell you that, and that please don't be mad at me if I've been MIA on the phone calls, because I just needed, and I'm taking off until New Year's Eve after midnight when I do my Crown of Success ritual, and everything's so perfect. I couldn't, like, there's no way I could have let this energy, like, go by. First of all, it's January 1st is a Thursday, okay? Supermoon is on the 3rd, which is Saturday, okay? So look how perfect this is. You know, 3 days before the full moon, you have that full moon energy. Thursday, Jupiter day. So, Crown of Success, prosperity, money, perfect. Friday, love, Venus, attraction, beauty. Saturday, road opening, blockbusting, removal, release, full moon. I mean, it don't get more perfect than that. Like, so perfect. Like, I had to. Like, and it, for being the first, rituals that I'm doing since August, which you guys know I usually do one every month. I'm going, I was like looking at the calendar and like looking at my, the atlas, not the atlas. I gotta look at the name of it. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm having a brain fart. The thing that has, like the different maniac, I'm about to say. The almanac. So I was looking at the almanac and stuff and like looking at the astrology and the moon. And I'm like, wow, it's fucking perfect to bring in the new year. January 1, Thursday. January 2, Friday. January 3, Saturday. 3 days before the super moon. Full moon energy throughout. And then the full moon to release on the Saturday. I mean, how fucking perfect. It doesn't get more perfect than that. It just doesn't. It's perfect. And Thursday, I use my gin for Thursday. Use my gins for Friday. Use my gins for Saturday. They're amazing. And honestly, I've been working with them more than any other deity. I still work with my other deities. I still have their altars. I still get their fresh flowers and their offerings, their food. I will never, ever stop taking care of them. But I've been really, like, sticking with my gins more than ever because they've, like, you don't understand how much they've been coming through lately and really helping me. Like, with my clients, they're helping me pick up, the slack, so to speak. Not, you know what I mean? Like, they're helping me move things faster and, like, So it's really been helpful. And so I think I'm just going to, and so my other deities will always be my other deities. I'll always do things with them. Group rituals mainly, one and dones, but when it comes to the majority, even readings now, I stick with my jinn. Even like, remember how I used to call upon my guides, guardians, angels, saints, spirit guides. Now I, like, for every day that I do readings, I only call on the jinns for that day. And I've been getting like I've always been accurate, but much clearer answers, and it just avoids confusion, when you call upon your angels, ancestors, everything, it's like they're just very clear. It's like it's not as much of a puzzle as, you know. Rocco's my nephew, I understand. I love you, babe. We love you, and thank you for everything. I love you guys more. And every person I owe a reading to. Why? Do I have a lot of... Let me look at these all comments. Chat filter. I only got top messaging, all messages. Let's see these little bitch ass motherfuckers that want to troll me. Anybody? Yeah, where's all my mods? I don't have any mods anymore. I'm gonna have to make some new ones. Let's see. Who's gonna be my mods here? Hold on. Where is Jamaican Audrey? Boom, you're a mod. What's up, MILF? Oh, that was nice. Karan. Let's see. Who else? Giggles Rios. I should have been made you a mod, Giggles. Sorry. But I need more mods up in here. And why aren't you in uniform? I think some people are just being goofy. I like people that troll that are just like funny and not rude. And just may say like dumb shit, but something to make you laugh. I don't mind that. Where is... I was just looking for you. She just left a super chat. Where are you? She just said I love you. Wastegate, internal wastegate. There you go. Boom. Add as moderator. Almanac. Yep. That's it, Miss Budgets. Thank you, E17. I'm sending you love right back. Hey, Lioness of Gaia. Jamaica Audrey. Didn't I not? I just... Type again. No, you are moderator now. Meth crackhead, EBT bomb. Bitch, I could buy you, ho. I could literally buy you. And 100 like you. You want to see my view? You want to see my lake house? Meth crackhead, EBT bomb. You know what, Habibti? I know, it must suck to have your mom be a meth crackhead, EBT bomb. Because... takes one to know one, right? But, yeah, not me, sweetheart. Do I look like a fucking crackhead, bitch? Do I look like... Do I look like... You wish. Now, I know it's hard when your mommy, probably would have sold you for some crack, but don't be coming in my life talking shit, ho. Ban me. No, you ain't gonna... No, keep talking shit, little dumb bitch. Keep talking shit. Meth crackhead hoe. EBT hoe. Cornball. You're a cornball. Come up with some better fucking. You bitches be sensitive. Yeah, I got a little. No, we got sense. You're confusing sensitive with sense. You ain't got no sense. You're coming in my shit, talking shit. Bitch, all I gotta do is speak something on you. Wallahi lazim, I told somebody, I want you to, inshallah ya Rab, you lose your license tomorrow. Matter of fact, and I won't say who I did it to, but that next day. So don't think I need your information, okay? But I feel sorry for you because you're real angry. You bitches be angry. Bree, I just said, I called you out. I said, shout out, Bree. Bree, I was talking about you in the beginning. I said, shout out, Bria. Like, don't be mad at me. And I was like, I'm not gonna. You're a mod now. Even though you never come in here when I'm live, but you're mod. I love you. I said, don't be mad at me. She's one of them. She's like really one of my besties. And I've been a shitty friend. Hey, Rebecca, where you been, girl? You've been in, where have you been, Rebecca Jones? But you've been making an appearance, babe. Gosh, let me see. It's a rumor going around. Your feet stink. Really? Is that a fact? Yeah, you caught me. You caught me. I got beautiful feet. Like the cutest feet ever. And I get a pedicure whenever I get my nails done. Like, please. Oh, and Patrona and Sneha, of course, you're my besties too. She's texted me. And she hit that notification button. You know you bitches are my besties too. But Brielle is also one of my besties. My feet stink. I bet you smell like a foot. I bet you smell like a foot that been walking around in a wet ass, dirty ass sock without being washed. I bet your coochie stinks and your asshole stinks too. I bet you wipe your ass with just dry paper tissue and think it's clean after you take a doo-doo. Rumor has it. Booty hole blown out. Nah, never. Nah, I never tried it. I was gonna say something, but let me not. Nah, that's definitely not my thing. No, my booty hole is tight as a baby's booty hole. Why? Is your booty hole blown out? I'm sure. And like I said, projection is a bitch, you know? You guys be saying shit. Where are you getting it from? I mean, you know? Projecting. That's actually disrespect. Yeah, who's asking my spirits to help them? It's been a while since checkers people out. Yeah, you didn't hear you. Yeah, I did in the beginning. Go listen. I was, right, y'all? I was like, shout out Bree, and then I said, show us the feet, Shireen. You want me to show you my feet right now? No, y'all gotta, I don't, with all these creeps. There's a picture on my Instagram of my foot, of my feet. I don't want all these creeps. I got a fresh pedicure right now. I'll show you my feet. Cute ass foot. Don't I know? And what? And that's on the fly too. And what? On the fly. Cute ass foot. I just took my sock off, so don't mind the little indents. But if I don't got cute feet, I don't know. If those aren't cute feet, I don't know what is. So please. I know, right? Y'all gotta pay. I'm giving you my feet pic for free. Oh, it was you. No, don't worry. It's about it. If you're my client, if you've worked with me in a way, that don't worry about that. As long as you don't do spells or have their pictures, printed out without my permission. Like my close friends, like that are, I'm godmother to their children and stuff. Like their children call me like an auntie figure, and I've told them to do it. That's different. But as long as you're not trying to do spells, because that'll get you fucked up. But just if you were a client and you are asking deities, also like not my personal ancestors, but like the deities. Those are like deities. I don't own the deities. Like my ancestral jinn and my ancestors is different, but like the deities, I don't own them. Like Santa Muerte, Hecate, yeah. Then that's fine, Habibti. Monica, love you, babe. I miss you. But yeah, no, don't apologize. She knew that some creep weirdo tried to literally, I don't even talk about it. It makes me so mad. Print out my mother's picture to do spells with her. Got him fucked up pretty bad too. But yeah, no, just especially, yeah, I don't own the deities. The deities come to who they want to come to. And even the jinn, like, if you got the right bloodline and you know Arabic fluently, you know, Arabic Fusha, like you speak, read, and write it, you have, and you're preferably Middle Eastern. But hey, what do I know? I always thought they didn't speak English, and that one definitely understood me and said something to me in English when I saw it that time, and it shocked it. I told you guys the jinn story, and they do, but they prefer Arabic, and it's like a respect thing. They want to be spoken to and addressed in their native tongue, and when you address them, it has to be in a very respectful way. That's why I don't understand people who work with the jinn and they treat them like they're slaves. What's wrong with, look, in caps, what's wrong with you? Why are you yelling at me? What's wrong with you? Well, let's see. The dog I've had. Just watch my fucking. If you really want to know, just watch my video. Ow, dog. Why your name is? What the fuck kind of name? You guys are. I don't know if you're just asking to be an asshole or if you're genuinely asking. But if you're genuinely asking, watch the beginning of the live. Yes, you would think they would like to speak Arabic or their mother tongue. They do. They do. But they do know they're very intelligent. But they have like almost like a childlike kind of energy in terms of like they get a kick out of if you have fear, they'll get a kick out of it. And Brielle, if you're still in here, I was thinking about you too. I was like, I gotta call Brielle. I gotta call so many people. And I will after the new year, and I do my rituals and everything, which I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys about until right now, but you have time if you want to sign up, because I didn't advertise it. I just wanted to make it kind of a smaller one, but they're gonna be badass. Look, it doesn't mean that you're not gonna have, like, you won't have normal life come up. Like in my case, like every year I do a New Year's ritual for myself to bring in prosperity, good health, just a peaceful new year. And alhamdulillah, it works. But that doesn't mean every year is like perfect, like nothing, upsetting happen. That's not reality. You have to go through things in life to, first of all, death is a part of life. If a dog's 15 years old, that's a blessing. He made it to 15, and you got to look at it that way. And people are afraid of these tower moments. Like when I do readings, right? And people see the tower, like, come out, and I show it to them. I send them a picture or whatever, or if I'm on FaceTime or whatever, and I show them a picture of it. And they get really intimidated by it and scared because it's a fucking building with people jumping out of it and it's burning. It looks really bad. In some books, the meaning of it is bad in some tarot books, okay? But I don't go by the book. Some cards I do because I agree with the meaning. When I look at it, that's what I see. But other books, which again, I never used a tarot book in my life. I just learned. I've been doing it since I was literally, before I even started doing witchcraft, which I was 13. So I was probably about 11 or 12 when I started reading the tarot. And of course, when you're young, because my grandmother read coffee cups, she didn't do tea leaves. She had to be Arabic coffee, which it's like Turkish coffee, Arabic coffee. It's the same thing pretty much. And she would have the person drink it, and then she put it upside down and let it dry. And then the picture that would show up, she would read. And like she was amazing. Like she predicted a lot of shit. Like one time she looked in this guy's cup. Thank you, monogamy. Mango. I'm sorry. Mango mommy. Don't tell me I need stronger glasses. Mango mommy 1555 9. Thank you. I watch your old videos all the time. You have no idea. So glad to see you're back on here. Thank you so much for all you've done for all of us over the years just by being you. Mango mommy. Love you, babe. Thank you. Habibti. And thank you for the super chat. You guys you don't have to do the money thing. You guys are amazing. Just being sweet is just amazing. Monogamy, I know, right? My blind ass. But so one time, I don't know, I probably told this story before, but some of y'all didn't hear it. But so this guy came, and I don't want to jinx Rocko right now, but I want you to see him. But I don't want to say it because every time I say it, he starts doing it again. But alhamdulillah, like, you don't hear what you hear in the last videos. Let me not say it. Knock on wood. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, knock on wood. He's good. But I'm telling you, for 3 days, it was all day and hacking. And I just can't let him suffer like that. But anyway, so this guy came over. And I think he was a friend of my uncle's. Like a cab driver or something, because my uncle used to drive a cab. And my tata was always known for reading, tiftah al-kubayat, which means open the cup. And he was like, I heard that you open the cups. Can you read mine? And my grandfather didn't like her doing it. Like, he was very like, oh, he didn't like her doing that for people all the time. He was kind of like grumpy. So God rest his soul. But thank you, Internal Wastegate. It was just sending my dad, just texting my dad, said I was watching you live, and he said, tell her thank you again for helping your brother. Tell him he's so welcome, and I'm so glad that he's okay. And it wasn't my pleasure what happened to him, obviously, but I'm so thankful that I was able to help him. And tell him I love him, and tell him he doesn't have to thank me, thank the spirits. It was them, not me. I just did my little part, but it was all them. And give him hugs for me. But anyway, so he convinced her finally. So he drinks his coffee, he puts it down, and when you pick up the cup and it's a lot of grains on the bottom and it's black, it's usually negative. Okay, first they say it means you have it depends on the pictures inside, which I could never, like, I'd look at it and my eyesight isn't great. It's gotten worse as I got older, but when I was younger, I wore glasses since I was in 4th grade. So I would look at it and I'd be like, what the fuck are you seeing? Like she'd be reading and I'd be like, why the fuck do you see that shit? Like, anyway, so it never appealed to me that way. Cards always did. But anyway, so I know, like, the darker it is, the worse it is. And depending on the pictures, it could also mean you have a black heart. So if it's really light, like there's not a lot of grains at the bottom, it'll mean that we say white heart, which means you have a good heart. And you have a black heart if, obviously if you don't have you're nasty inside. So his was really black, and she picked it up, and right away she put it back down. Like, you could see her face. Cher, I miss you bad. I know, Habib, I miss you too. We're going to talk after the new year, I promise you. And I love you. Thank you so much, Habibti, too. Thank you for the super chat. So she looked at it, and you could see the look right on her face. She was like, looked at it. And I have a bad habit of that, too. When I read, and I did it on that podcast, like, I'm like, because she had all the cameras and the crew, the people in there. So it wasn't just me and her. And I was like, do I spill that? I was in such an awkward, first of all, let me get back to my grandpa. I have the same problem. Like, people will see my face, or they'll hear me go quiet, or I'll be like, and I have to stop that shit. But I get that from my teta, because she was the same way. So sometimes you can't help it. Like, my readers know, my fellow readers. So she's like, put it back down. And he's like, what? And she's like, nothing. I can't tell you. I don't see anything. I can't tell you anything. And he goes, come on, Abu Salim. That in Arabic culture, they'll call you by your oldest son's name. So instead of Shireen, if I had a son, I'd be Rocko, mother of, like, not, they don't do it with dogs, but you understand what I'm saying. So he'd be like, come on, Salim, like, What? I don't believe in this stuff. Like, he was laughing. This is for me just for fun. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. And she's like, you're sure? He's like, yeah, I'm sure. Don't worry. Don't worry. She goes, well, it shows here that your life is going to be cut short, and it's going to be very soon. You need to be very careful because it's going to be like a freak accident. So I'm sorry, but you know, pray, go to the priest, do what you have to do. But you're I don't it's not good. So the guy, even though he said it was like a big joke for him, he didn't believe, he got scared shit. Of course. And because my grandmother was known, I mean, people would come from all over Nasra, which is Nazareth, Bethlehem. They would come from Tel Aviv. They would come from Jerusalem. Even Jewish people would come to her when, they had evil eye on them. She mainly did healing stuff. And by the way, that sihr we found in the house that I told you guys about with my dad's hair and everything, it was my dad's hair wrapped in it. My dad confirmed it. That was my grandmother's. My cousin thought it was something bad, but as it turned out, after studying it, because I took a picture because she burned it. I took a picture of it before that, and I'm like, I just don't. Even though it says shayateen on it, and Allah Kareem, I was like, this doesn't look like it's for something bad because it looked like another wafak, but not exactly the same. I was like, this doesn't look like it's something for bad. And then when I studied it, I figured it out. It was for protection. And the shayateen was for protection from the shayateen, according to the numbers she used and stuff. Because it's like a science. Anyway, using numbers and words in certain orders and stuff. Anyway, so she did a lot of good. I think she cursed somebody in the family, but aside from that, like she really didn't like to harm people. She was like a saint, my grandmother. But don't fuck with her. Anyway, so the guy was walking around scared shitless, and he wouldn't leave his house. He was terrified. So for a while, he wouldn't leave his house. Finally, like, one of his friends came by, was like, you can't hide in your house. Like, just come out. Like, it's been a few weeks, she's wrong. Like, don't believe in that, whatever. So he goes to leave, and he has a glass bottle. I think it was Coke or something, Coca-Cola. And he dropped the bottle. He went down to go down one step, and he dropped the bottle, and he went to go clean it up or something along that line, and he tripped on it, and the glass like went through his neck and killed him, or through his throat, and like he either broke his neck. I can't remember the exact detail, but he either broke his neck or the glass punctured his like esophagus, and he died. It was like so fucking random. Like, it was only 2 steps or some shit. But yeah, he definitely died, and she was never wrong. If she said something was gonna happen, even if it didn't make any sense at all, it was gonna happen. And a lot of readers have a hard time with, they're okay with past and present, and this is what I hear from a lot of like people that I read. is that they'll go to other readers, because I don't expect them to wait for me, if I'm not taking readings or whatever. They couldn't get an appointment with me. They'll go to other readers and they'll say, they'll get the past right and the present, but when they predict the future, it's wrong. It's like you're the only one that predicts the future right. Like that's the most important part, But was he cursed? Who, the guy that died? I don't know, actually. I never asked. That's the only part I heard of the story. They don't really like to talk about it because my my grandmother felt really guilty about telling him, because she kind of, after that, she made it a rule, like, about death. She even if she saw someone's death, she wouldn't tell them because she said I'm not God to tell. That's something like only it's up to God. Now me, if somebody asks me specifically, so like if they say, is this person, my mom, gonna die? I'll ask them, like, first of all, are you sure, like, you want me to ask this question? I mean, we're all gonna die, but are you asking, like, in the next year, week, 2 years? Like, give me a time frame, because we're all gonna die, like, and they'll say, like, is it, like, soon-ish, and if they ask, I'll tell them, but if they don't ask, first of all, my spirits won't show me if they don't ask that. Like, that's a very, like, sacred question, so I don't even like to really do health readings. I'll do them, but I always tell them, you need to go to a doctor, a physician, get tested. I'm not a doctor, so just in case, like, I really don't like to do health readings, so I'm going to tell you what my cards say, but I'm insisting, in fact, especially if you're asking something serious, like cancer, anything health related, go to the damn doctor. Like, I'm not a doctor. I'll ask. Like, if you're pregnant, whatever. A lot of readers won't do health readings, but I'm pretty confident in my skills. But I always tell them, go to a doctor. I'm not a doctor. Daft babe, I agree. I never do health because it's illegal to read on that. Yeah, you weren't bothering me, Habibti. Weren't you just watching? That's what this whole video is about. I don't want someone coming back and getting on my ass for it. Exactly. I didn't know you do readings. Wait, hold on. Daft babe. Wait a minute. Hold on. Internal wastegate. That's what I meant. Okay, Daft babe. Sorry, I was mixing up with internal wastegate. Your names are so. I know they don't sound nothing alike, but for some reason, they kind of remind me of each other. Sorry. I thought you were internal wastegate. I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't know you did readings. But yeah. But I always tell them, go to the doctor. I don't do mediumship. Yes, 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 yes. I know who you are now. I don't know, girl. I would, for some reason, I was mixing up with internal wastegate. She's my friend too, but actually, I did start doing it. Oh, did you? Oh, good. I didn't know that. Are you on social media? Sometimes I wonder If those who can see the future have a blessing or a curse, if they can't change it. Shireen, do you ever do mediumship? No. No, I use Keen because they do advertise. I owe you a reading, too. I owe you a reading. Don't forget. I didn't. I never forget. But I still need your readings. Good. You know what? Not because of money wise, just because sometimes like I'm happy for you guys, but then I'm like, does that mean that? Because even if I did it for free, like I'll do it for you. I just like to feel needed. But I'm proud because you spread your wings. But I still like to feel needed. It's great to hear your voice and see your face. I hope you're doing better. Tio. Heart. I'm holding my phone with my other hand. So, your hand. My hand. I need you on E17. I know. I, I don't know exactly who you are, E17, just based off your screen name. But if you're my client, I got you. I don't remember everybody's screen names. Some of y'all be changing your shit a million times. Can you tell somebody's a witch? Shireen. It's Shireen with an N. But Habibi. Habibi, I think you're a guy. But yeah, I can tell. Should we go to Palestine together someday and do rituals and shit? Hell yeah. Elise! Habibti. No, I'm not. No, I'll always love you. And I got you no matter what. But I told you I was upset with you. But we'll talk about that off of camera. You changed your name again, E. Like, you had some other name before. See? I miss all of you. Is Shireen an Arabic name? It absolutely is. It means sweet. Shireen. But a lot of Indians also have that name. But it is an Arabic name. Rose. I know you guys all need me. Listen, you guys are going to have to give me until after the new year so I could spend time with my dying dog. In January 1st, I'll be 1st, 2nd, 3rd. And I'm going to be doing it up to the 7th for my rituals because I can't do them 4 days straight because I got to catch the Thursday, the Friday, the Saturday. And then I'm going back. How am I going to do that? I might have to do... I might have to do the 3 parts in one day. 4 days into one. Well, technically, I got 3 days before and 3 days after. Because it's January the 1st, Thursday. January 2nd, Friday. January 3rd, Saturday. Money, love, and attraction, and beauty. And removal, like road openers, obstacles, removal, blockages. So I usually like to do it for at least 3 or 4 days each ritual. But because the days are so close together and perfect, I'm going to have to figure out a way. Because I usually have 3 or 4 parts of each ritual. So I might have to do each of those parts in each day. Or the 3 days after. Or do that and then do the other parts right before the new moon, which is only 2 weeks later. And it's still in the first 2 weeks of the month. And I usually like to post the ritual within 2 weeks after the ritual to give me a chance to post it and everything. Even though the Lionsgate ritual, which I posted a screenshot of it with the date so you guys know it's done. You can see the date. It's on the top, says August 8th. You can see it. I know you guys know I did. I just haven't posted it. I'm going to post it tonight before I start my other rituals so you don't think, oh, this is the new rituals and she's making it. No, you'll see. But I posted the screenshot. Look on my stories on Instagram before it disappears. I just posted it. But anyway, so I got to figure that out. But I'm taking off until January 1st when I start my rituals. I want to spend time with Rocko. And I'm not going to be on my phone. I'm not going to be available. I need to be. Hi, Joe. I miss you more, habibi. You know who I miss? I haven't seen Athena. I gotta call Athena too. See, like, there's so many of you. Like, how does one keep a friendship with so many people? Thank you for the super chat, Jojo. You don't have to do that, habibi. Listen, whatever you guys, I want you to know, no matter what, if I don't talk to you, like after we're done with our business, and I don't talk to you for a year, let's say, don't ever think I don't care or like I don't have love for you. Like I genuinely do. It's just so hard to keep in touch and be able to talk on the phone with so many people, like on a just casual basis. Because I could talk to you guys for hours, if literally. We enjoy our conversations and stuff. But it's really hard to do that when it's literally like if I did that with every single person I've ever worked with over almost a decade, it's impossible. There's not enough time in a lifetime. But just know I love you guys. Babe, I miss you so much. I hope all is well. I have some news for you about that bitch. I hope it's something that I'm going to love. The fact that even in these times you care so much about us, so much about your heart. I try. But now thank you for saying that. But now I'm such an evil cunt and, I'm just fucking whoever these fucking cunts, my haters say about me. I'm a scamming fucking, whatever the fuck. I use Ozempic. Yeah, that's why I'm, not skinny. And what else? What else? I'm just a horrible person. Like, fuck off. You'll never. There will never be. Why is Joe hidden by Monica? Joe's my friend. Joe's my friend. That was probably an accident, JoJo. I think how do I unhide him? Unhide JoJo, that's my friend. Where'd he go? How do I unhide? Okay. How do I unhide Joe? Why is it not letting me? Oh, sorry. Can you unhide him? It's not letting me. I'm like clicking and nothing's happening. No, Joe. No one could ever call you a scammer. You turn people away if you think they don't need it. Thank you, babe. It's true. I turn people away too if I don't like them. I think they're gonna be a fucking nuisance. But no, mostly because they don't need it. 90% is because they don't need it. I don't. Some people, though, I'm not gonna lie, I could tell that they're just gonna be a fucking asshole. But sometimes they. How come I can't unhide Joseph? Damn it. How the fuck do I unhide him? Monica, unhide Joseph. I miss you loads. Thank you for all you do. Continue sending lots of. Thank you, Sam. Thank you for the super chat. You guys are awesome. I love you. I cannot unhide him for some reason. It's not even letting me. Why is it doing that? Okay, how do I do this? Monica, can you unhide him? Unhidden. Thank you. Why can you do it, but I can't do it? Thank you. That's my boy. Limicello. Excited for New York rituals and crowd success in the beauty one. And I'll get the road over too. Hope my purchase hasn't confused Justin or Gabs. I purchased first followers this month. Girl, we don't get confused up over here. The only thing that gets confusing is when people use the offline payment thing and then they don't send the payment, and then I have to sit there and keep checking, otherwise it'll cancel, and I don't, want them to have to resubmit it. So, especially with the limited spots I have, if you guys use the offline payment, and thank you for you guys that do it and just make the payment without me having to have Justin or Gabby message you and ask, because that's so awkward to even have to do that. But I mean, simple. PayPal, Zelle, Venmo, email, arabianconjure@gmail.com. Simple. I have to use Justin's Cash App, which is $Justin Michael 37, because they canceled my other Cash App. I think this one is because they weren't clear, but because I was trying to collect funds for my friend in Gaza, and I think they figured it out and they canceled it. I'm like, what did I do wrong here? Did you guys get like disputes or chargebacks? Or they're like, no, but something on this million list of things that you could have done to break our policy, you did. I'm like, okay, which one? We don't know. I swear to God, I'll show you the chat log if it's still in there. I'm like, so you can't tell me why you canceled my Cash App? I got 2 different ones with the same social security number, so with mine. So I don't know. So I was just like, fuck it. I'll just use my husband's, but so why'd you time out Joe again? What is he saying that is making him get timed out? I hope that worked. Daft Babe untimed him. Hold on. Well, you just timed him out this time, but is he saying something? Are you guys just doing it? I think you tried. Daft Babe untimed him. He's just timed out right now for 10 seconds. He could come back. But did he say something, Monica? Oh, you didn't mean to. Okay, it's okay. I love you. Yep, Justin Michael 37. But yeah, that's annoying when people order rituals and use the offline payment and then don't send the payment. I mean, I got Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Zelle. Everything is arabianconjure@gmail.com except my Cash App now, which I have to change it on the website, which is Justin Michael 37 with the little $. The $, Justin Michael 37. Simple dimple. I hate having to ask. It's so awkward. So that's why I have Justin and Gabby do it. But what in the world is doing to Palestine is so much deeper than we realize, because why is Cash App involved in this? Girl, not to mention PayPal won't allow any. It's funny because they will let someone from Gaza send money here, because I have a friend who started out just as a client and we became friends, and I've been friends with her for, it'll be almost 10 years. I met her in 2018, so it'll be 7 years. Wait, yeah, 8 years, 8 years. And she would get readings from me every month until the genocide started. And she could send me money, but I couldn't even refund her money on PayPal for the last reading, because the war, the genocide started, and I was trying to send her money back and then some, but I couldn't even send her own money back. So she could always send money to me for readings, but you can't send it back. You can't even refund them. But the settlements right over the fence, not far away, the Zionist settlements, they're allowed to use PayPal. It's fucked up. Anybody who says it's not fucked up is got some kind of mental deficit. Honestly, if you think that people that don't have a military, they have Hamas. Hamas is a militia. It is a militant group. Okay, they call it terrorist organization. First of all, the Hannibal Directive. Why did it take hours for them to show up? Do you know how secure Israel is? I lived there, Israel. I'm a citizen, technically. I'm a Palestinian descendant of 1948, which you guys, I keep repeating. That means my grandfather was unable to be killed. My grandparents were unable to be driven out or murdered. They did get their house in Haifa stolen, but they refused to leave. And they hid. They hid in an abandoned house with their kids, because that was their land. They lived there for well over 1,000 years. Matter of fact, we're not the Philistines like they claim. We're the Canaanites. We're descendants of the Canaanites. There's a study from 2017 from the human genetics. I forget. I told you guys the name in the last live. I forget exactly now. I'm having a brain fart, but look it up. It's easily, you can find this information. There was a study actually recently done in 2024 or 2025 that determined that 90% of today's Palestinians, including my family, especially the Christians, the Muslims too, but the Christians even more, okay? The Muslims are about the same. Maybe they're like 88% as opposed to 90%. But descendants of the Canaanites, which was a polytheistic community that were there pre-Israelite, meaning they were there before the Israelites, when the land was called Canaan or Canaan. Canaan. It was then it was Bar-Shem or Balad-Shem, which is Syria, Palestine, Jordan, Lebanon. Okay? They keep saying we're the descendants of the Philistines. When the Romans exiled the Jews, and they said that the Greeks and the Romans named it the Palestine, Syria, Palestine, the Syria, some shit. Palestina, Syria, that they called it that because the name meant invader. So it was like one last like kick to the throat to the Israelites, because it was like to humiliate them, which may be so. However, we are not the descendants of the Philistines. Yeah, they called themselves Palestini because Romans called themselves Romans. I mean, Greeks call themselves Greeks from Greece call themselves Greeks. What were they going to call themselves? Chararaskum, what were they going to call themselves? Kosimkun, what were they going to call themselves? Of course they were going to call themselves Palestinians, Palestinia. Okay, so their thing is they can't even pronounce the P, and we say Palestine, Palestine. Okay, but you guys can't pronounce a lot of fucking words like hummus. You say hummus, but you claim that's yours, right? But regardless, okay, we're descendants of the Canaanites, and the Canaanites remained the continuity in the DNA. They even married cousins. Let's be real. They married cousins and such to keep the bloodline. They didn't mix with the Greeks or the Romans or anything else. They kept the bloodlines. And then when the Israelites invaded and the Greeks invaded and the Romans invaded, because the Israelites came after the Canaanites, okay? So this world is billions of years old. So it wasn't just 3,000 years ago that this land was there. This land was there. I mean, this world is billions of years old. So the Canaanites were there before them. Then the Israelites actually invaded them. And then there was obviously renaming of shit from the Greeks and Romans, and the Israelites named it Judea and Samaria, but that again came after Canaan, okay? And then the Canaanites, they procreated, and then eventually an Abrahamic religion came. They went from being a polytheistic religion, which they actually believed in the Canaanite gods and goddesses and even the Mesopotamian gods and goddesses, because historically Canaan and Mesopotamia were always connected politically and spiritually, belief wise. They Iraq is Mesopotamia, modern day Mesopotamia, but they were always connected, okay? Like I said, politically and with other belief systems, okay? Hence why the keffiyeh, they say we stole from Iraq. Actually, every Arab nation has their own style of keffiyeh, okay? But regardless, so they actually invaded them. And then when, Judaism came to the land, and then Christianity and Islam, the Canaanite people adapted, and, some of them actually were Jewish first, and then went to Christianity, and then some converted to mostly converted to Islam. My family did not convert to Islam, okay? But we were there, and we were descendants of people well before the Israelites, and they know it, okay? I'm sorry. You guys know it. And how can you say you guys don't belong here because, you guys, this isn't your land, and because this was our land from 3,000 years ago, yet our parents were born there, our grandparents were born there, our great-grandparents were born there, great-great-great-grandparents were born there, all the way up. Meanwhile, most of you weren't even born there yourselves, or your parents weren't even born there, or your grandparents weren't even born there, but yet somehow you are more. Get the fuck out of here. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I'm getting too political, and I don't want to get that way. I don't want to, I don't want to, there's, so, listen. I get so fucking mad when they say we don't exist. Like, how the fuck would you feel if somebody told you your people don't exist and your culture doesn't exist and your food doesn't exist? What did this gang activity say? Their land. Ijriotizi, man. They steal our food and our tubs and then say it's like, come on, man. This typical colonialization. And anybody who thinks that's right, and then the society's going and watching as Gaza's being bombed. They take their kids on field trips. Go look that up. Go look it up. Taking kids on field trips to go watch, on boats to go watch Gaza get bombed. They get as close as they can on the boats and watch. Like, that's sick, man. No normal society would think that's okay. Like, yeah, Hamas did October 7th. Okay, but why did it take so long for the IDF to respond? Hours. Even the people themselves that survived said it took them 3 or 4 hours. Do you know how when you go into a mall over there, you know, you get your bag checked. They have security in the mall. You got to have your bag. Sometimes you put it through an x-ray, and sometimes they'll just, the soldiers, they have soldiers in the entrance, and they'll look in your bag, okay? That's how strict. You see soldiers everywhere armed. It's like normal over there. You're telling me on the border, very close to Gaza, you're telling me just so happens on that day that they were planning this attack that it took them 4 hours? Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, come on. Give me a break here. And it, like, you gotta be. You're such a goon. Yeah, you know what a goon is, right? You know what a goon is, or you just using words you don't know what they mean. A goon is like a thug. A goon is like what they call like gangsters, like mafiosos and stuff. So probably not what you think it means, but yeah, I am a goon. Because I am gangster, and I will fuck your ass up if you're trying to be slick at the mouth. So I would suggest you get the fuck out my face. Anyway. I'm a spiritual goon, and you'll catch these spiritual hands. But anyway, if you still have family there, do you have contact with them? I do. I do. I don't have family in Gaza except for my close friend who is like family. She's like my sister. But I haven't been able to see her because nobody can go into Gaza. They can't come out and we can't go in. My dad has been to Gaza before they built a big cage around it, a big wall, and put like security, a big tower. I mean, I'd be really ashamed if my people treated oppressed other people the way. I don't know how people don't feel guilty. They're taught to, and it makes me sad because I found out a couple of my friends were Zionists. And I couldn't understand how they could be my friend and be a Zionist, knowing. But, you know, brainwashing will do that. And I'm not fucking brainwashed because I know my history. But, you know, it is what it is. But my friend Elle that I did a podcast with, she's Jewish. She's a Yemenite. And she's also Tunisian Jew. And even she, when I first spoke to her, she was like, don't make it political. Don't talk politics. on your, she was trying to like help me like with my brand. And I'm like, listen, I am who I am, and I'm gonna always talk about my people and defend my people, especially while this is going on. And even though, of course, my channel got punished for it and whatever, shadow ban and everything else, but I don't give a fuck. And a few months later, after she started seeing, and I didn't even talk to her. I respect your belief, you respect mine. She never said what they were doing was right. So, you're Jewish, I'm Palestinian. Like, I love you, you love me, respect. And I have a lot of friends like that. And then the more she started seeing, and she has a child, she posted on her page how, as Jews, they need to be defending the Palestinians because this is wrong. Starving them, not allowing food to get in. Food aid was being brought in from many different countries. Nobody was asking them for aid. Just let them in. And they were stopping it so that children could starve. You're making a whole people guilty by blood, just by who they're born as being. How is that not the same as what the Nazis did? What, because we're brown? We're Palestinian? We're Arab? Mostly Muslim? Is that why it's okay? How could your ancestors know what that went through, and then you do that to another people and then expect them to love? Like, it's like, oh, well, they hate us, so we can't have peace with them. We can't let them have a military. We can't let them protect themselves. That was always the two-state solution. They supposedly always say, oh, they missed the opportunity to have a two-state solution. They never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. That's what they always say about Palestinians. How do you have a two-state solution? Would you take a two-state solution that took all the best lands, the most fertile, near all the best water supplies, the holy, like where the Al-Aqsa, Jerusalem, the one of the most holy sites in Islam and Christianity and Judaism, which there are Christian Palestinians and Muslim Palestinians. The Christians that live there are Palestinian. And they insist on taking that part. And not only that, but you're not allowed to have a military. No demilitarization, no military. You're not allowed to have an Air Force, Army, Navy, nothing. No protection for you. Does that sound like a viable two-state solution? Thank you. How to spell Mark? Showing support with a like and comment. Creators need creators. I'm living now too, and I see the hustle here. Keep going, fam. Blessings to the host and the real ones watching. Aw, thank you. And I will show you support right back. Thank you. How to spell Mark? I was straight, now I'm gay. Oh, hey, dude, that's congrats. But not viable. Not a viable. So, like, I want to debate a Zionist so bad, but like one of these ones on one of these ones like defending this. I want to debate them so bad, but they won't. They won't. One said he would, and now he's gotten really big. He's gotten over 500,000. I don't even care. He could do it on my platform. I don't want his followers, but I want to debate him. But they won't. They only want to debate people that don't know enough about the history. And even when people do debate them, they go around the question. They say, oh, well, what about us? What about October 7th? What about the kids that... Okay, 1,500 people, 200 people kidnapped, 250, let's say, and 100,000. That's just what we know. That 60,000 number is bullshit. Okay? There's so many under the rubble that they can't even get to. Mass graves. They buried a whole ambulance. They killed a whole ambulance and buried them all in their ambulance. Like, sick, sick, sick stuff. And Len lied about it. And then they found them, and they found the guy's phone, and they found it on video. And then it was like, oops, it's always, we didn't do it, Hamas did it. And then they find out, they get proof that they did it. Then it's, oh, it was an accident. Sorry, that's always the thing. Whatever, man. It's frustrating. It's so frustrating. But everybody knows now the support for them is, that's why now they're trying to get that $4 billion locked in. They usually get it locked in for 10 years. Now they're trying to lock it in for 20 because the support for we'll call him Izzy Pop, for, I'm sure they'll try to get this, that, what happens to channels that talk about them. So just so this can be seen, everybody knows what Izzy Pop is. Yeah. But what can you do when you had a blackmail politicians? They're trying to lock in that for bill, and that's just in cash. It doesn't count the military aid fighting their wars, Like, you think like, did we have any problems with the Middle East prior to 1948? Think about that. Exactly. Anyone who is even remotely informed on the truth on the situation, who doesn't gain an immediate and visceral hatred for Israel and Zion Nazism, are guilty of moral failing, and that transcends all culture. Boom. Boom, 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 Shay. Boom, baby. Exactly. And that's why I just... Even, do you know they did a poll, and even Jewish Americans, it is 60% of them do not support Izzy. 60% of their own are like, bro. Because not only are they causing such, like, that Smotrich guy, that evil, demonic. I won't even call him demonic. It's like an insult to demons. I don't even know what word to use. Like, there's no word really that encompasses the hatred and the evil and the heartless lack of empathy and morals. But, like, even he was on TV where everybody could see, and he knew would get to the Western world and the internet, and he said that we have done, what did he say? Unprecedented. We have turned Gaza into rubble. We have done unprecedented destruction in the world, like more than in the entire world, and the world still has not stopped us. And with the main goal to conquer Gaza and destroy Hamas, just Hamas. But to them, they don't separate Hamas from just your average Gazan citizen. You know what they're doing to the people in the prisons over there that they took from Gaza that don't even have a charge? They took a doctor. A doctor. Doctors, plural. Took them there, torture them, rape them, starve them. They're hostages. They're not prisoners. They're hostages. I mean, but I hate to break it to anybody that's pro-Izzy. You can't stop Israel. I hate to break it to you, Habibi, because you like to steal our words, Habibi. You even steal our bad words, Sharmuta, Sharmut, Ibn Sharmut. No, listen. Just you wait till that Epstein blackmail list, they all die. Them boomers in politics, first of all, you lost the whole world. Like, wait till Trump is out of office, first of all. Israel will forever be controversial to support. Forever. Forever. Trump, they have something on him. I mean, he was on Epstein Island. We all know that he was part of a blackmail mission. I mean, everybody knows that. I mean, it's common sense. Anybody they couldn't pay, they would find dirt on them, blackmail them. Anybody who they couldn't find dirt on or get them in a bad situation, they'll just make shit up. Then they'll pay, their AIPAC buddies would pay them to get them out of office. But you think, like, Americans hate the idea that their money, and without America, you guys wouldn't last 1 week. Not 1 week. Not one. Not one. You know it, too. You're only 9 million people. We're 350 million people. You, without us, would be nothing. Non-existent. Poof. Right? And all of the citizens, I've not met one person that isn't a Zionist themselves that supports you, that not only not supports you, but despises Izzy. And what they're doing, disgust, pure hatred, anger, disgust, and it has nothing to do with being Jewish. Let's not pull the victim card, anti-Semitism card, because Palestinians are real Semites, It has nothing to do with that. It's the fact that you guys take our money, taxpayer money. You have free health care, and don't try to lie, because I know. You have Kupat Cholim. It's called free health care. We don't have it. I have to pay $700 a month for my health care. You guys get it for free, though. But I could go to Izzy Pop. I got to just stay there 6 months, and as a citizen... and yes, we took our citizens because of the Palestinians in 1948. Palestine will always be alive. Okay? Always. We're not Israeli Arabs. We will always be Palestinian, whether you like it or not. You can call us what you want. But your support is done. Done. Writing on the wall. That's why we're trying to lock in that money for 20 years. Because you see it. You see the right there. You will never live this down. The world, no normal society, no normal government thinks that. And the fact that you guys are the descendants of Holocaust survivors and the Germans did this to you, and you're doing even worse some of the things. First of all, the Nazis didn't just kill Jews. Let's make that clear. They killed the Roma people. They killed Russian POWs. They killed Jehovah's Witnesses. They killed the disabled. Actually, they killed more of those people than they killed of the Jews. But Jews, I mean, they claim the Holocaust as just their own, but they killed a lot more than just Jewish. But you guys only kill Palestinians, Christian, Muslim, it doesn't matter. If they're Palestinian, you now have gotten to. I remember Israel, Izzy Pop, in like the 90s. You know, I lived there when I was 3 years old. I lived there again when I was like 6. I lived there when I was 16. My father was born there. My mother was born there. We would go practically every summer. And I remember I would have to hide my cross because people spit on you, even little kids. But I remember the Jews and Arabs, it wasn't like this. Even, it wasn't this bad. It wasn't as racist. It's gotten, now that you have the Likud party, which is pretty much Nazis. I mean, you might as well call them the Nazi party. But it's gotten way, the society has gotten so hateful and crude. And it's just like, do you think normal people act like, do you think normal people think, like, how could you think it's okay just to go on somebody's land, like in the West Bank, in Ramallah, outside of Judea and Samaria? That's how you know if they're Zionists. They'll call it Judea and Samaria. They hate to call it the West Bank or Ramallah. But smoke a joint respectfully. If you don't like it, you know, you can, like, get the fuck off my channel respectfully. Anyway, maybe I did smoke a joint. How the fuck do you know? But now you done made me forget the fuck I was saying. A normal society doesn't think that it's okay to just go on somebody's land and kill 150 of their sheep, just terrorize people just to get them out, just because they're Palestinian. They didn't do nothing to you. You just want to take their land. That's it. That's normal? Beating a 19-year-old kid who's an American, actually, American born, went to visit, beat him for 3 hours and blocked the ambulance from coming in to save his life. Like, that's normal? I would be embarrassed. If these were my if these were my people, I would put my head and I would change people. I'd be like, I'm Puerto Rican. I'd say I'm something else. Shit. I'd say I'm anything else. I'm German. I'm fucking Belgium. I'm a Belgium Muslim from fucking Canada. Like, I would never associate. I'd be so embarrassed. Humiliated. Why are you talking in kvetching? What does kvetching mean? What the fuck is that? Kvetching. Speak fucking English. I don't speak that fucking... What's kvetching mean? Is that Yiddish? Kvetching. Sounds like a Yiddish word. Why are you talking, period? Why are you breathing, as a matter of fact? Do me a favor. Put a bag over your head, right? Make it real tight. And then try to breathe. Am I Jewish? Does it sound... Do I look, first of all, Jewish? And am I talking like I'm a Jewish person? Or have you not been listening? I mean, my name's Arabian Conjure. Yeah, Arabian Conjure? I mean, I don't know. Why don't you take a wild guess there, genius? Because I'm Palestinian and I do Arabian Conjure? I don't know. Yes, I speak Arabic. أنا بحكي عربي. انت بتحكي عربي ولا لا؟ انا بحكي عربي. كس اخت اللي خلفك يا ابن الشرموطة عرس، ينقلة من هون. انا بديش احكي معك. Does that answer your question? Yeah, I practice سحر. استغفر الله. استغفر الله. شو بخصك? Is it your business? Yeah, I practice witchcraft and I'm very good at it, especially curse work. It's my specialty. I'm real good at hexing people whose names I don't know too, by the way. Just takes a little longer to hit. You don't fear Akhira? No, I don't. I don't fear anything. I don't do it. I don't do anything that isn't deserved. And I'll worry about that when I die. Hopefully I don't die instantly. And if I do, I did it to myself. I can't cry about it. You talk to Jinn? I do. I've seen Jinn with my own eyes. Wallah al-Azim. Yes, I have. But anyways, I always come on here and take up a lot of time. I'm sorry, you guys. I missed you so much. And I'm sorry I got political again. I just can't help it. I can't help my people. And don't think that these prime ministers, don't think that they don't have, look up, I know I've been telling you guys this, but for anybody new, look up Pulsa Dinora. Look up Pulsa on YouTube. Pulsa, Pulsa, space Dinura. Or it might be Dinora. Either way, it'll come up. Where the 12 rabbis, they were reading from the Zohar, I believe it was. Could have been the Talmud. It could have been the... I don't think it was the Torah. The Torah is the Old Testament. Pretty sure it was the Zohar. And they wanted to kill Sharon, Ariel Sharon, because of the whole Gush Katif situation. When he returned Gaza even though they built a big ass wall around it and controlled everything to do with it. Controlled them by air, land, and sea, who came in, who came out, any goods. They didn't even let chocolate in, cilantro, just things to fuck with, to smother the economy, so that they were trying to basically just make their lives miserable. So anybody who says they gave it back is full of shit. But anyway, so they wanted to kill him. I know I've told you guys this, but just these are for the new people. So they were real mad about that. Even though Ariel Sharon was the biggest evil monster, anti-Palestinian prime minister, one of the, not Netanyahu and him are like, Netanyahu's worse by about that much, okay? But Sharon was pretty bad, but for some odd reason, I forget exactly, he made some kind of deal. I believe it was because of the Oslo Accords, if I'm not mistaken. But, so he made the settlements, the settlements, Gush Katif, leave. All the settlers leave. They had a big conniption fit. So these Kabbalah rabbis, it takes 12 of them, and they were in a cemetery, and they're reading out of this book, and they're speaking Aramaic, and they're saying, my dad could understand a little bit, and I could pick up a few words. I thought it was like some kind of old, ancient, like the original Hebrew, because the original Hebrew is different than the spoken one of today, for sure. But it was Aramaic. And it was basically, but it also had Hebrew subtitles. So my dad could read, he reads and writes Hebrew, he reads and writes Arabic, obviously, because the Arabs in 1948 had to learn Hebrew in order to be able to work. They basically took our mother tongue out of the public completely. So they have no choice. We had no choice. I don't speak Hebrew. I understand a little bit. But, and so it said they were saying a prayer to the angels of death and this and that. And they were basically cursing him. Well, 6 months later, exactly, he goes into a coma. Nobody, the doctors cannot explain why. And he stayed, his family kept him on like life support. I think it was from, this happened in, I believe it was 2007. It was right after the whole Gush Katif situation. And they kept him like that, I believe, until 2013 or 2014. Okay. Might as well have been dead. I mean, the guy was comatose and died. So it worked. What's useless? Your mama? You? Read your King James Bible, please. I know the Bible. What would you like me to tell you about the Bible? I know the Bible very well. I know the Bible. I know the Quran. What would you like me to tell you about the Bible? Read Psalms 109 and tell me if you think the Bible was all, rainbows and sunshine. And what's useless? BMK 50002. Who, you? Your mom? Your life? Useless. Hey, Hawazin. Hey, Habibat Albi. Is my family Muslim? No, they're Greek Orthodox Christian. However, my grandmother, she was a little different. And my father's uncle, his father's brother. But my grandmother, she was like, you have the Islam, like the sheikhs that they call themselves sheikhs, but they do sihr and they know the Quran and they do it under the religious kind of guise. Well, my grandmother was like that, but see, even in our church, in the blad, the blad means our country. Like even Knesset El-Yama, which is the Church of the Resurrection, they have oil. It's for prosperity. Has cinnamon sticks on it. Has cinnamon in it for prosperity. They have fertility. I have bottles. Like I've shown them a million times. You go scroll on my community post. You have to scroll back. But hyssop for cleansing and protection bracelets. This one I got from there, the olive wood one right here. Okay, this one. So it's like you guys think that it's so bad, but there's a lot of sihr people that go to the masjid and they do sihr all the time, and they're using Quran. So my tato lived in Jenin for a while, and Jenin was all Islam. There was I think my family was the only Christian. My grandmother's family was the only Christian family, but because her father used to do work for the British army. He would do maintenance work. They occupied Palestine, but they weren't like cruel and, whatever. Like, the Palestinians actually helped them defeat the Ottoman Empire because they were told if they did that, they would get their sovereignty. Well, anyway, my grandfather did like maintenance work and things like that for them, so they would move around the country a lot. And so she lived in Jenin for a while, and she went to Islamic school, so she knew the Quran better than like most imams. The imams would tell the students if they had a question about, something in the Quran, they'd go ask Salim, she'll tell you. Or Abu and Ula, that's one of my uncles. They knew the Quran, so therefore she taught my father, and therefore he taught me. But I wish I knew it a little bit better, because he didn't teach me as much as, for example, she taught him. But I studied the Quran on my own, because I believed a lot of the Quran when I saw the jinn with my own eyes. And the Bible calls them demons, which is wrong. They're not all demonic. So I knew it's almost like a continuation. You have the Torah, which is the Old Testament, and then the New Testament was a continuation of the Torah. And then the Quran is basically, a lot of their stories are very similar. You're not of the house of Ya'ub. You have a dark spirit around you. House of Jacob. Who said listen, then how about this lovely hello? Hold on, I'm going to get your picture here. You want to talk about dark spirits? Hold on, I'm going to get your picture. Screenshot. Yeah, hope that's not your real picture, Habibti. You want to come in here talk shit to me, bitch? I'm the wrong one. Bye, false. Yeah, you want to leave now, huh? You scared? Bye, false. I'm going to show you how false I am. Next year is going to be the worst year of your life. You're going to have a terrible year. Ya kahba. You want to talk? First of all, who said I was from the house of Jacob? Isn't that the Jewish house? Okay. What are you, a Christian Zionist? Sounds like it. But next year, you're going to have a very, very bad year. So you better get ready for it, okay? Bye. Bye. Sharmuta. Thanks for the pic. I can do a lot. I've used a lot less than that, let alone. Shouldn't talk shit to witches, especially when you have your picture showing. Especially when I don't even need that. My feet stink, Arabian conjure. The cutest, beautifulest feet in the world, and they stink. Yeah, right. You just want to see my feet again, you creep. Yep, I'm a witch. Exactly, the house of Jacob. Exactly. That's what I just said. Isn't that the Jewish tribe? And actually, you don't know that because the Canaanites, which I descend from, most Palestinians, 90% do, they went from polytheism to, most of them went in order, which is to Judaism. Then they went from Judaism to some that converted to Christianity when Christ came, and then to Islam. Some stayed Christian. Most of them converted to Islam. Some stayed Jewish. So you don't know that, technically. But yeah, I know the house of Jacob. Repent and believe in Jesus. I believe in Jesus. I just don't. Mwah. I just don't. What that mouth do? What your mouth do? Besides suck a dick, your feet stink. You're a weirdo. You just want to see my feet again, you creep. I should have never showed you my feet to begin with. I know I have pretty feet, but no, Islam has nothing to do. You don't know why. I don't know why, what. The Jews are only 3 tribes, known as the Southern Tribe, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. There's more. You know what's funny? No, there's more. I believe there's Cohen. There's Cohen. I think one is Shalom, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, you had the house of Solomon? Not Saul. I don't remember, to be honest, all the names. But I don't even know who the Prophet Muhammad was, really. Yahabal, you're stupid. Who doesn't know who the Prophet Muhammad was? Believe me, I know more about the Quran than you think. Okay? Like, are you slow? Read the hadith, you dumb bitch. That's how you're supposed to be Muslim? That's how you talk? First of all, the hadith and the Quran are not the same things. Hadith are from people who studied the Quran and who relayed how they what their belief, what the Quran was saying, their opinion on the content, the hadith and the Quran, and there's plenty of hadith that are incorrect. So what the fuck are you talking about, ya kuss, ya ibn sharmuta? That's how you talk. You call yourself a Muslim? You dumb bitch. Your mother's a dumb bitch. Your sister's a dumb bitch, and I guarantee they're all whores. You little fuck. And don't forget, sihr could always touch you if Allah allows it. Okay, so keep talking your shit. You see, when Allah tells you, you put yourself in a shitty situation, you could be touched. Don't think you're immune to sihr because you call yourself a Muslim. You're not a real Muslim. For you to disrespect a woman, call me a dumb bitch, you're a fake Muslim. And Allah will allow sihr to touch you. So keep talking shit, you little puss boy. Kus ukhtak, ya maniac. Anyway, good night, habibi. I'm about to go to sleep. Hopefully we'll talk to you soon. Yes, you will. Reschedule 13th. I'll be there. I'll be square. And you think you're a witch? No, I know I'm a witch, bitch. Morongus. Hold on, I'm going to take his screen name. I'm going to show this little punk. Watch. Got your screen name. Watch what I'm going to do without even having your name. You fucked up, little boy. You probably should have left when you had the chance, but I'm going to show you. You're next year. Because I'm not going to curse your whole life just for talking shit in a live, but I am going to give you a bad year next year. Watch. Inshallah ya Rab. Next year, you're going to think about me. You're going to remember this face. Because I'm going to be the reason 2026, you're going to have the worst luck of your entire life. Everything's going to go wrong for you. Everything. Everything. And I'm going to show you who the fuck you're talking to. And I'm going to do it without your real name, without anything. The jinn know who you are. I'm going to send you my worst jinn just to give you one bad year. And remember me. Come back and see me next year, bitch. Anyway, anybody else want some? Because I'm free to fuck you all up that want to try me. So, go ahead. Watch your mouths now. Watch your mouths. The last ones didn't have such a good time. All right. Except for that one weirdo that wants me to curse them with Lilith all the time. And I'm not going to fucking entertain somebody who's clearly from a psych ward. I don't work with Lilith, really. So, anyway. But good luck. Have fun next year. It's gonna be a doozy for you dumb fucks that come into a witch's life. One with her picture and one ahbal that keeps poking the bear. Huh? 2026 gonna be real fucking interesting for you bitches. I love you guys. My ritual is still up. www.arabianconjure.com. I have 3 for you to choose from. I mean, I don't think it's a super moon, the first super moon of the year, and I don't think I've ever had a year where the first was on a Thursday, the second was on a Friday, and the third was on a Saturday. Super moon ever. I don't think I've ever seen that, and if I did, it's been years. So take you as well. No, Habibti, I'm very well protected and highly favored. You cuss. Start praying. You got some praying to do, baby girl. Even though it's not going to work for you. You have no idea who you're fucking with. None. But you're going to find out. You're going to find out. Have fun. Have fun. And I'm going to have a lovely year. Except for my dog of years is going to die. You know, but that's life. But you, my dear, and you're ugly as fuck without all them filters. Just FYI. Oof. Anyway, love you guys so much. I will see you in the next one. Toodles, bitch. Have fun next year, lovely. And yeah, other cuss. I have your screen name screenshotted. Your year is going to be. Remember this face. Come back and see me. Let me know how it goes for you, okay? Toodles. Bye-bye.